Tales from the Terran Republic. Farewell, White Star. Even though I had to start over, I have completed the calculations for the jump, Tsunkal said to the crew as they lounged in the paper tiger. The improved information that Jessie dug up really sped up the process. It was all Bunny, Jessie said. She was able to dig up those files for us. I won't ask where they came from or how she knew where to get them or that lovely map we have, but it's about time we caught a break, Sheila said. Still doesn't make up for the fact you activated the hyperspace communications array. Hey, Jessie chirped. We needed the data, so we went and got it. It was all Jessie's fault, Bunny announced over a speaker. She made me do it. You little lying piece of code, Jessie laughed. It was your idea. I don't care whose idea it was, Sheila laughed. You violated procedure, but quite the payoff. You are still both in the doghouse, though. We are going to have a little chat about this later. Yeah, some rules were broken, Bunny replied, but the improved models alone justified the minute risk. So what now? Jacob said as he popped open a beer. We jump. We will have the prisoners in the escape pods and our crews on board the Tiger before we pop back into real space. We flush the porkies, spool up the drives, make a quick message to Federation Command letting them know where to pick up the bacon, and we scoot, Sheila said matter-of-factly. After that, it's back to the original plan. We ditch the White Star out in the void and then jump the Tiger back to Fed space. A few jumps later and we are in the clear. Sheila turned to Bunny. How long after we hit real space before we can jump again? If we don't care about the hyperdrive afterwards, we can fire it up again in 10 minutes, Bunny replied. It would be best to give it an hour to cool off, but according to the manuals, we should be able to start to spool up the drive immediately. This thing is built like a warship. We can preload the second jump into the drive as well, Tsunkal replied. We don't really care where we wind up as long we are within a light year or two of our target. As long as our velocity is within tolerance, we won't put too much of a strain on the hull. Sounds like a plan then, Sheila said. I also want to jump for the Tiger laid in just in case. On it, Tsunkal said. Think I can borrow Bunny to assist the nav comp? Sure, Bunny replied happily. I don't mind. You have been all disturbingly cheerful all day, Shelia said suspiciously. It's weird. Jessie give your emotional simulator a tweak or something? It was the or something, Bunny laughed. Regardless of what she may have done or promised, bailing out you meat sacks seems to be my primary function. No sense in me getting all bent out of shape over it. Now you are just creeping me out. A cheerful Bunny is just wrong, Shelia laughed. Well, get used to it, Bunny replied happily. I have this great new computer, a wonderful crew, and the best operator in the galaxy. Why wouldn't I be anything other than happy? What the fuck did you promise her, Jessie? A lot, Jessie giggled. We'll see that she gets it, Sheila said, smiling. Okay, guys, let's get this show on the road. The sooner we are off of this damn ship, the happier I will be. The White Star slipped into hyperspace without even a lurch. Fuck, T, Sheila said. That was even better than last time. I'm getting the hang of this thing, Tsunkal laughed. It's a pity we are ditching it. It flies pretty damn nicely. Couldn't we at least take it over to the Empire? This thing has to be worth more than our entire haul. Nice thought, Sheila replied. Too bad it would take about 20 engineers to keep it flying that far. Into the void it goes. Oh well, Tsunkal shrugged. We still have a while, Sheila said. Let's see if we left anything. Sheila was sitting at her favorite cafe sipping yet another cup of coffee when Lorna walked up. Hey, boss, Lorna said as she pulled up a chair. Sup, Sheila said with a smile. Cash come up for air yet? Barely, Lorna laughed. He pulls his shift, grabs a quick bite, and then disappears again. Well, good for him, Sheila laughed. So how many amulets is he sporting? Snort. All of them. Sheila and Lorna both laughed for a bit. So, Sheila said, I know that look. What do you want? Well, Lorna said quietly as she leaned in. Rumor has it that Roberts is cashing out after this one. Oh? Sheila asked, raising an eyebrow. And exactly where did you hear that? I think they would be happiest if I kept that to myself, Lorna replied with a grin. So is it true? And what if it was? If so, I'd like to toss my hat in the ring, Lorna said almost in a whisper. You guys aren't exactly a big crew to start with, and with one guy down. Do you think we will be hiring? Yeah, Lorna replied. You know how good I am and you know my background. I might have been just a grunt back in the day, but I know I could pull my weight. We haven't decided exactly what we are going to do yet, Sheila quietly said. You got the chops, sure. If we do decide to replace him, you could be on the list. Lorna grinned. Awesome. But what about Mike? I thought you guys were a thing. We are, but we both know the score. This life isn't good for long-term relationships. He would understand. Actually, Lorna said, smiling, he would like to apply as well. A package deal, huh? Sheila said thoughtfully. What about Clyde? Does he know that his best two hitters are looking to jump ship? No, and I would prefer it if it stayed that way. Well, you and Mike are solid as they come, Sheila said. If we decide to increase headcount, we will be definitely looking at you. No promises, though. That's all I can ask, Lorna said with a big smile. Thanks, she said as she got up and left. Well, they already have at least one of us voting for them, Sheila thought as she sipped her brew. And they are good, damn good. All right, Shelia said to her crew. Which one of your assholes told Lorna and Mike that we were losing Roberts? Jacob raised his hand. Who authorized you to start recruiting, dipshit? Look, we are gonna need an extra gun after Roberts splits and Lorna and Mike are fucking solid. The rest of the crew silently nodded in agreement except for Tsunkal. He just shrugged. Fuck, Sheila muttered. Well, we needed to have this talk sooner or later, Sheila grumbled. Okay, how many of you think we need to hire somebody or somebodies? Everyone raised their hands. Okay, what about Lorna and Mike? They might have been regular ground pounders, but as far as mercs go, they are A-listers. There was a chorus of I, and one, I don't know them, but if everybody else is happy, I'm good. From Tsunkal, a unanimous decision. Well, that was easy then, Sheila said. We formally extend an offer after we wrap this one up. Jacob, no blabbing. We want their crew stable until we are done and they are paid. Got it, ma'am, Jacob replied with a big grin. All right, Shelia announced over the Tiger's PA system. We are entering real space in 5 minutes. All hands prepare for re-entry. So, have you thought about where you want to go after this? Roberts asked Helena as he strapped her into her chair. I was thinking about the Empire, maybe, at least for a little while, Helena said as she looked up at him. I can publish from there, and it might be a good place to lay low, both because of my articles and us. Sounds like a plan, Roberts said, smiling down at her. I know this great system. You will love it. If you are there, I know I will, Helena said as she pulled him in for a kiss. Yuck, Jessie said, rolling her eyes. I know I said I liked romantic shit, but now it's getting nauseating. The crew all chucked except Gloria. She gripped the flight controls a little tighter and kept her gaze forward. The escape pods are all prepped and under my control, Bunny said over the speakers. All systems green. Can't believe this bullshit is finally over, Sheila said from the captain's chair. I know this is one hell of a haul, but fuck am I glad this is done. The minutes pass, and then Bunny announces. Re-entry in 3, 2.1. The White Star slid into real space without even a shudder. Fuck T, Sheila exclaimed. That was perfect, absolute perfection. That's why I get paid the big bucks, Tsunkal clicked happily. Jettisoning pods now, Bunny reported. Firing up transmitter and fuck me, it's a trap. What? Sheila shouted. I just did a quick media grab and the map is on the newsfeed completely uncensored. The exact same map I got is what was released. This hole ain't a hole. Shit! Bunny, get those pods clustered around the hyperdrive. Sir! Spin up the White Star drives and lay in a course, any course now. Jesse, we need Counselor Morgan back from the dead. On it! Jessie exclaimed as Tsunkal's manipulators started typing furiously. Open all cargo bays and jettison everything, and I mean everything, including all vessels, Shelia barked. All hands, Sheila announced. Things are about to get really interesting. Keep your asses strapped in. T, we also need a jump plan for the Tiger in case we have to bail. Keep what you are doing, T, Bunny announced. I will get to work on the jump for the Tiger. T just clicked his mandibles in reply and kept typing. We got inter-system jump signatures, Jacob shouted. Moments later, 3 Federation warships decloaked less than a kilometer from the White Star. 2 Federation cruisers and a troop carrier. Target the troop ship, but keep the weapons offline for now, Sheila commanded. Incoming transmission, Greg said from his station. Wait 1 minute and then put them on, Shelia said with a smile. Let's stretch this out as long as we can. Captain Perkins sat on the bridge of the Federation cruiser, Beneficent tapping his fingers impatiently. Did you send the transmission? He asked his communications officer. Yes, Captain, the officer replied. They haven't responded. Of course they haven't, a voice behind him cawed. They are stalling. They need 10 minutes to fire up the hyperdrive. We need to move now. The captain snarled. Major Scree of military intelligence was not his favorite person. They have the escape pods clustered around the hyperdrive, Major, the captain said in an annoyed voice. They are so close that even if we somehow manage not to hit one, the blast will wipe all of them out. We aren't in the business of killing Federation civilians. Sheila Donovan is worth a little collateral damage. Good thing for them I'm in charge and you're not.